Okay, so hi guys, we're back with another review. Thanks to everybody who left comments in my last video, and I was shocked to see a lot of people agree with me. I was very frightened to upload that because I probably had a different outlook for Mackenzie than a lot of people would have. So it's nice to know that at least everybody thought how I thought, especially when it came to that episode. With that being said, let's talk about this episode. So we start off the episode with Mr. Caleb, voice of reason for the house, giving some really good advice to Aaron, which is what I said last episode. You need to remove all thoughts that you had of Mackenzie and start afresh, and that was the same advice Caleb gave to him. You need to don't have any outside voices, don't let anybody come in your head when you're trying to get to know Mackenzie, which was very true, and I'm very glad that he made mention to that. So yeah, it was really good advice from Caleb. I mean, he's the voice of reason for the house, so I'm very I really love Caleb. He's really a good one. Also, we saw Justine talking to Mackenzie. I mean, the conversation kind of seemed off in the dressing room, but then Justine went to her in the bed, and I felt like that was the conversation I really wanted them to have with her. Hear her out, tell her their side as in how it looks from the outside, and kind of talk to her. And I saw that's what Justine was trying to do, and that's all I wanted, somebody to at least be that friend. And I mean, come on, mom and dad of the house, couple of the century, couple of the year, the both voice of reasons for both parties. I'm really happy that they both at least tried to reach out, and Justine reached out to Mackenzie, he reached out to Aaron, just because I mean, at the end of the day, Aaron did not have a say in who he chose, and he was kind of stuck with Mackenzie. With that also being said, Mackenzie walked around the house talking about this kind of situation over and over and over, and that's where she turned me off, because she walking around the house and you gotta see it on Aaron's face, we are a couple, why you keep talking about Connor? Stop talking about him, we something new, you keep just mentioning it, you're walking around the house. And in my head, I'm just you all ain't about to make this whole episode about Mackenzie. I honestly feel like they was giving her the last amount of screen time, because lo and behold, she got eliminated. So then they had this little party, the themed party. They had some little Q&As or whatever, and they answered them. I mean, Shay and Jaden, bye. And then Ariel came in, and yeah, it was over. So basically, they did the same thing again, separate the guys and the girls, let them choose. Obviously, by default, all the guys hate Mackenzie, so it was inevitable. She was going to go home. So they chose Laurel and they chose Carrington. Now, I felt bad for Kierstan, because Kierstan really loved Carrington. You could clearly see it. She clearly still chose him in case Laurel do some kind of foolishness and she could sweep into Carrington. Let's all be real here. We know Kierstan is waiting for Carrington to change his mind and come back to her, because she still love her. But the fact that she's such a gem and such a strong woman to be yo, I'm seeing that they have a connection, and she's trying to make sure that Carrington is happy, because at the end of the day, she does care about the kid. So I'm really that little tear, the little tear that she shed, that was so sweet. I felt it for her. I was Kierstan, sweetie, you're such a sweetheart. You're such a good girl. Wow. Then obviously they said goodbyes. First of all, when she was talking to Morris about Connor, Morris said on there doing the eye thing that she always doing, which I have to make mention to, because as somebody tweet, they were how the guys isn't seeing Moira crazy side. I don't understand also how America keeps saving her. She have to be running the mafia, because I don't understand how she's still there. Come on. Mackenzie had a better storyline than Moira. She's just boring. She's just taking up screen time. I mean, let me be real here. Nobody cares about anybody else besides Justine and Caleb, but we have to deal with them, because it ain't the Justine and Caleb show until they come home and make a YouTube channel that we could all watch, and we'd be very glad for that, But I don't understand what it is with Moira, and it's frustrating. But they keep talking about their best friendship, and I ain't seen it. Tell me you seen it, because I not seen it. They definitely ain't Justine and Sally, and they look like those friends who say they're friends but don't like each other. You know what I mean? They look like that. They secretly don't like each other, but you're my bestie, you're my bestie. I'm definitely not seeing it. So please let me know where the friendship is, because So Moira sat on there with the eye, and then she do this little confessional when Mackenzie was leaving. Again, I was not convinced. I ain't convinced. Definitely ain't. Talking about, she's obviously no words could explain. Sis, you said that with a smile on your face. Could you miss me with this confessional right now? Anyway, so they left, and they started talking. Laurel feeling so sad because Cher left. Sis, she was an extra on the show. Talking about extras, Connor without Mackenzie, who is that? Who is that character right now? Like, we don't know. So I'm hoping that we get to see more of him, because right now he's an extra. He's literally an extra on the show, and there's no storyline really without Mackenzie for Connor, unless he makes a storyline, unless he gets a connection, because right now we only saw Connor when it had to do with Mackenzie. We also only saw Connor for the elimination section when he shed a tear. It looked forced, but I mean, I felt like he really wanted to cry because Mackenzie's no longer going to be there. He feels for the girl. And where did he disappear for the rest of the episode? I don't know. So the night was over. They went in bed. Caleb slapped Justine bottom. That looked so cute. They was in the bed laughing. When Justine was crying and he came up, he says, and was like, "What up, shawty?" And I was like... And then she was so sad about family and stuff, and he was just so comforting and just there for her. Like, that was so sweet, that little moment. But yeah, Justine and Caleb, always topper. They should have been called first for the elimination, by the way, because I don't know why Moira and this one get called first. Also, when she was like, "You interrupted my time in prayer, like this is where I come to talk to God," I was just like, that was so sweet. Like, I love a girl who has like a spiritual side as well. She really family oriented, and Justine and Caleb round and round is cute and amazing. And that was basically the most of J-Lab time we got. Whatever. We also had, when the elimination was finished, Carrington and this girl was talking. Honestly, as I said last video, I'm not convinced. He sit there and they were talking about they feel like an old couple. She feel like she know him all this like forever, and I'm just not seeing it. Please, like, I don't know if it's just me, I'm not seeing it. Tell me y'all got that vibe when he was taking all the bug out of her hair. Like, y'all got that sarcastic, annoyed kind of vibe from Carrington for Lauren. Like, he just really trying to be liked by America, or be in it with the guys talking about the girls, or I really don't know what it is, but I just wasn't feeling it. And he was moving very strange with her when they were talking on that bench. Like, I understand he changed his ways, not convinced. I understand that he grew or whatever in comparison to how he was when he was just like running on girls or whatever. But he just sit there with a serious face, and Laurel trying to like crack a little jokes and like be kind of light, and he's just there like, "Well, I'm being serious. I'm not lying. There was a bug in here." Like, who talks like that if you really like somebody or into some, like, Carrington and her, they get saved, yes, but also when Johnny made his little 2 cents about about Mackenzie leaving, saying that she had her time, like, bruh, your time is coming. Like, miss me with that. Like, you need to not talk right now. I hope that the new boys tell her really the truth, so then she could make a proper decision. So with that being said, the new boys entered. I'm not impressed. As somebody tweeted, the guys need to marinate on the screen some more, because that interview, that first getting to know them, is like flops. They ain't cute, they ain't nothing, and little by little see them on the screen a bit more, they kind of marinate, and they kind of sink in, and it's like, okay, I see you little cute. None of them really catch my eye per se, but again, it's not about me, I'm not on the island. But I'm really hoping that Benny is the one to tell Sally about Johnny, and I was already expecting that he was going to choose Sally anyways. Johnny immediately felt threatened. He was kind of shaking in his boots and only coming up to Sally. So I find the way they were introduced to the guys was a little out of time, and I sleep in and I wake up to see your face. Like, that's a no from me. But Caleb is me. When he woke up, I was like, get the F out. I was like, yes, Caleb, because these people need to go. So the new guys welcomed them in their bed. They went out to talk to them. Noah's really moving some cocky, like, relax. The confidence is there, but like, you need to relax. Also, when Johnny said Ben and Jerry, that was actually funny. I really laughed at that too. Also, I still don't like him, but it was funny. So then we had Bennett taking Kierstan on a date. Kierstan basically did the Moira where she was smitten on the first conversation. I mean, yes, they had a lot of things in common. I wasn't feeling it at the beginning, but as somebody tweeted, and I totally agree, Kierstan makes him look attractive. Let's be real here, because he was not catching my eyes. I really don't like guys with no facial hair, because it looks like a shaved vagina, and that's kind of like off for me. Like, I don't like no facial hair for a guy. Like, give me some mustache, like, give me some beard, give me some. You have nothing. But I really want to see Kierstan happy. So even though I'm not feeling it, I have hope that they work out. But she basically do the Moira, what she did James when Calvin came in, because she went and talked to him one time and was just like, yeah, be friends. I never felt anything, but which is kind of tough because I'm low-key liking Calvin now, and I feel bad for him. The man got friends on twice, dog. I hope it's something real with them, but I like the fact that when he was talking to the guys, he said that she was the person that he had his eyes on for the longest while. It still hasn't changed. He came in the house and he feel like he just wants to give all his energy to Kierstan, and I like that. So that's kind of something reassuring, and I like that for her. I hope he doesn't do anything bad. I hope she doesn't turn. Like, I just want her to be happy. So I'm glad for that in a sense, but whatever. Moira also got chosen for a date. Again, I don't understand what she brings to the table. I don't understand what people are saying, but she got chosen for a date. Again, she come back. I honestly know this was gonna happen. She was gonna switch, as she always does, and then get on like she's smitten, like he's the best thing in the world after one conversation. And then she went upstairs and the girls was asking her, and obviously Justine, who is his corner best friend, would always advocate for him, so she was kind of like pushing her, making her sway her thoughts again. But she was just like, is it okay to not know how I feel? And I'm like, sis, you've been not knowing how you feel since episode 1. You've been not knowing, and I honestly don't know why she's still here. It's baffling me. I just hope she goes soon, because you're wasting screen time and flop. And finally, Benny asked Sally for the date. No shocker there. I knew it was gonna happen. Johnny's been sweating. He come and bring her some kind of drink and only asking her how she feel and blah 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 blah. And I don't like the fact that he's coming off cocky, where it's like, dog, she's not gonna do that. Like, she's not gonna do that. Like, because he's so confident in Sally loving him and the relationship they have, because she done that in the past. But it's okay if you do it. And Sally had the same thought process when you went to Casa Amor, and all of a sudden she found out after the fact that you had to do these things to validate what they have. So I don't like how he getting on, but it's good for him because he's sweating now. Now the best part of it all is Caleb taking shots at him, which I really love. Because Caleb was like, you are panicking, you are sweating, you are nervous, you are worried. Like, he's putting those thoughts in his head, because it's like, yeah, bro, somebody's supposed to call you out on your crap. So he was saying that, what about, the episode basically ended with him saying, what about if it is he sit down there talking about Casa Amor, this, he did this, he did this, he did that. And I'm just here like, yes, please, he needs to do that. The guy was mainly talking, and Sally was laughing, and this conversation was not really interesting to me. I just really wanted to say, yo, so and so is the case, you know. I don't know. I probably, if it is he get eliminated off, he might do it and do it as a low job, but I'm not sure. I just really want him to tell him one time, so we'll see. Honestly, Johnny deserves all the sweat that he's sweating right now, because he know he messed up. And even the way how the girls are approaching it, Sally's approaching it, like girls screaming in the room, oh yes, Sally, da, 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 da. Like, yeah, I like that. So he deserves it. I don't feel bad for him one bit. That's just me, and I feel like that's also the world, because we're not on Johnny right now, until Sally finds out for real. But she'll find out even if it doesn't happen on the show. But anyways, I like how he's sweating. It's good, and that's on period. And he only acting so because when guys know they mess up, they just expect girls to do the same thing, and then they get insecure. So right now he uneasy. Caleb not helping the situation. They lift him up on the shoulder kind of thing. Like, but yeah, that was basically kind of the episode. The first episode was mainly about Mackenzie and Connor. And if you looked at the time when the episode done and the elimination happened and whatever, it was basically around the first episode. Second episode was everybody aftermath of that, as well as the new guys coming in. Not phased. We will see where it goes. So I'm happy for Kierstan, because I want her to be happy. Moira needs to get off the show. Justine and Caleb just perfect. Sally needs to find out. Poor Calvin, Carrington and Lauren, who is them? Like, it was a bit, like, I felt like this 2 hours was just a waste of time. This could have been happening in an hour, because those conversations that it was letting us see, we didn't really need to see. It was lame. Like, I don't care. Like, but Sally celebrating that she was the date, looking cute in the dressing room. They doing the toilet paper, a little trick on the guys. Like, there were little moments of them showing us what happens in the villa besides dates and besides the personal conversations and stuff. But yeah, that's basically what the episode was, and we will see what tomorrow brings. I really just need him to tell her the truth. That's all I'm like here for. Like, just tell her the truth. That's all we waited on. All I was saying at the beginning was I hope Mackenzie don't make me change my views on her, especially since I supported her last video. She's a little difficult. We all know she's difficult. Come on. But who isn't, you know? But the time is over, so she doesn't have to deal with that anymore. Don't have to deal with the world hating her. Dr. Caleb mom on her Twitter, on her Instagram was just like, oh, this girl again, crying, blah. Like, I'm just, I was feeling bad for her for that episode specifically because everybody was against her. And I mean, she deserved to find love, but clearly just was not in Love Island. So, and as somebody tweet, she was trying to be mature with Connor when she was leaving, but Sissy had 5 weeks. It's true, you had 5 weeks to be mature, but she wasn't. So that was basically the episode, guys. Let me know how you felt about it down below. Leave a comment, leave a like, subscribe since you're here already. So thank you for all the comments that you left on the last video and all the videos that I've been posting. It's nice, honestly nice to interact with you all and hear different views, because I mean, this is just my side, but I want to hear what other people think. I want to hear what your thoughts are on the episode, what happened and stuff like that. And yeah, I'll see you guys tomorrow for the next episode review. And yeah, that's it. I'm gone. Bye.